Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, and we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, and getting listeners. How sweet it is! Yes, that's right. We finished the 10-game West Coast road trip with a sweep of the Seattle Mariners. We'll get into that in just a minute, but first, remember this is your only Daily Brewers podcast. I'll be coming at you every single day. 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time is our upload time. We also do random content here and there. So look for our other videos, our brewersfanatic.com special videos. We are going to be posting some more content this upcoming this week. I got a couple of the projects that are on the block first that need to get finished before the weekend. So hopefully maybe tomorrow or Friday we should see some new content for those pages. But we're going to talk about the game today. We'll talk about the news around the league. Um, and just some thoughts I had. Kind of some randoms today, so we'll kind of cover my random thoughts of the day. Maybe making a new segment, who knows? But let's break into this game. First, before we do that, let's talk about the podcast and where you can find us. We are on all your platforms: Rumble, Apple, YouTube, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Spotify. You name it, we are there. Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Apple Podcasts. So go check us out on those platforms. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of today's Brewers game. So Brewers on today improved to 14-5, first in the NL Central, still standing up top. The big thing here is this is our I guess I didn't see the home run celebration is a Triton. I listened to the audio today. I did not watch the game, so I'm listening to the audio on games that play in the afternoon because I am working, so have to do that. But yeah, staying on top. 14-5, good record. We continue to win. That's the huge thing is we continue to win. We win series. In this case, we swept the series, which is like I don't know if it gets much better than that. But let's talk about the highlights of today's game. The stars of today's game. The good is going to be Eric Lauer, 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. One of his longest outings as a Brewer. His only other longest outing was as a Seattle Mariner, or a Seattle Mariner. I'm sorry, a San Diego Padre, Mariner Padres guy. Uh, yeah. So that being said, the Brewers had uh, 5 runs on 9 hits today, and it wasn't the normal cast of characters. So we're switching up every day. It's something different. You can expect literally something different every day, and they're finding a way to win no matter what. So um, they only had 2 hits up until the was it the fifth or sixth? What did they put on their seventh? I'm sorry, it was the seventh. They had two hits up until the seventh, and then they lit up and put 5 runs on the board. That 5 runs would be enough to win them this game because they were losing 2-0 the whole game, and they came back and won. So props for that. Lauer gets the W. Bush gets the save. So Bush haters be damned. He gets the save today. Um, I think the real bad was just kind of the that period. Before the seventh inning, we had nothing going for us, and then finally it took it took 7 innings to get the bats moving. Christian Yelich also falls under the bad again because a pinch hit for Christian Yelich for Joey Weimer. Joey Weimer was 2 for 2 on the day, and then they pinch hit Christian Yelich with the bases loaded, and he struck out. Just a bad move. Bad move. Maybe the bad goes to Greg Counsell on that one. Bad bad pinch hit situation. But it was good to see Weimer go for 2 for 2. So it's in the downright ugly. Um, it did get a little scary for Strzelecki. He only allowed one earned run, but he had the bases loaded. Kind of got in a little jam there. That would be the ugliest part of the game. Looked a little scary. Didn't look like we were going to win. And that was late. But Bush came in and got the other 2/3 of that inning. So, but yeah, really good performances from Lauer and Gonzalez, their starter, which we all get praise for that. But we got sweep. Um, Game was 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it was a good quick game. I think one of the big things here is that every day something different is contributing a contributing factor to our win. Touring hit the go ahead single, and then Luke Voigt had an RBI. Brady Telez hit a 2-run single, and then Bush finished it off. So good game overall. I mean, just good stuff, especially despite that we've had injuries and players down, and we've got a whole list, and we don't exactly know the results. Blake Perkins got called up today in lieu of Garrett Mitchell, so we did not get to see the start of the Sal Frelick era yet in Milwaukee. Let's read the update though. The rookie outfielder who was forced to exit during an eventful 10th inning, 6'5", placed on the 10-day injured list. So he's on the short injured list. That's good. Left shoulder subluxation is what they're calling it. I don't know what that word means. I'd have to look that up. So Perkins was called up. Man. It seems like shoulders have been a big issue for the Brewers this season. Ashby, Hauser. Oh, no, Hauser was groin. I thought it was Gus Verlin. Hopefully this means the injury bug is... I mean, look at this. Okay, I'm just going to read through this. Jason Alexander, right rotator cuff. Justin Wilson, left elbow. Oh, he was hurt when we got him, so. Aaron Ashby, shoulder. Luis Urias got put on the 60-day IL. I forgot about that yesterday. Hamstring. Tyrone Taylor, right elbow. They don't have a return date for him. Late May, early June for Urias. Brandon Woodruff. I think that's the one we're going to know more when we get back to Milwaukee in front of the medical staff. A lot of these we're going to know more once they get back in front of the Milwaukee medical staff. Varland, bruised right hand. That's from the ball to the face. Remember, he braced himself with his hand. Adrian Hauser, right groin. And Corbin Burns, left pec strain. It's looking like he'll be okay. Might not miss a start. He may miss a start. And then Garrett Mitchell, left shoulder subluxation. Whatever that means. So we just got to fight through it, and we're finding a way. We're finding a way to fight through. I mean, earlier this week and throughout this road trip, Jesse Winker has been sick, and he had like an oblique or a hammy pull the other day, so we're fighting through it. This is really where the depth, I was going to say that, this is the depth that comes with the Milwaukee organization. Right now, our team is super deep, and we are actually benefiting in the fact that we are super deep because at the end of the day, the depth is what's going to save our soul. And if these players keep coming up and performing, we're going to be okay. So let's go into the next series here. which starts Friday. So we got a day off tomorrow, which is needed after 10 days on the road. Just checking the Bucks score. It looks like we're in the fourth, 90 to 120. So it's actually over my shoulder there. So Fred Peralta goes to the hill against Pivetta on Friday versus the Red Sox. Miley versus Whitlock. And then Burns is still on the schedule for Sunday. And then he's got a little bit of time at home, so that'll be good. That'll be good to see. Kind of see how these injuries play out, see how everybody's doing. Hopefully, we can get the crew back to health. But let's talk about the news around MLB because there's, of course, some interesting news around MLB today. Max Scherzer was ejected after an umpire inspection. Suspension is possible for Mets ace who gets tossed in the fourth inning of New York's win. For a minute on Wednesday afternoon, Max Scherzer argued with home plate umpire Dan Bellino and crew chief Phil Cousy, his right hand outstretched during most of the exchange. As the Mets manager, Buck Showalter stood next to him. Scherzer pleaded his case, telling umpires repeatedly that he was using nothing more than rosin to grip the baseball. And we've seen this before. Rosin and sweat can make gooey, sticky, and they a lot of times will kick these guys out. And Scherzer's been super adamant. When this started, he actually dropped his pants and this whole fight. Oh, he is wild. I didn't see the video on this until just now, so I'm kind of live reacting as I watch it. He's pissed because they're doing the inspection and I don't know. Show the part where I wanted to show when they show what, if they get close up of what's his hand or wherever the foreign substance may be. Leave it up to. During the exchange, according to both parties, Cousy told Scherzer that his hand was too sticky and he needed to wash it off. They would check again before he returned to the mound for the third. He went into the clubhouse, washed his hands with alcohol in front of an MLB official, but when Scherzer returned for the third inning, Cousy said his glove was sticky with a foreign substance, which Scherzer claimed was rosin, only substance legal for a pitcher to use, provided it is applied directly to the hands, not to his glove or uniform. Cousy asked Scherzer to exchange his glove for a new one, which he did before retiring the side in order. As Scherzer returned for the bottom of the fourth, Cousy again stopped him, causing Scherzer to begin adamantly arguing his case. After about a minute, Cousy ejected him on the grounds of illegal foreign substance, which elicited additional appeals from Scherzer until Showalter guided him away from the fracas. Cousy said, "My hand was too sticky," Scherzer said. I said, "I swear on my kids' lives I'm not using anything else. This is sweat and rosin. Sweat and rosin." I keep saying it over and over. They touched my hand. They said it's sticky. Yes, it is, because it's sweat and rosin. They said it's too sticky. They threw me out because of that. Both Phil and I touched his hand. Bellino said to a pool of reporters. As far as the stickiness level, stickiest that it has been since I've been inspecting hands, which now goes back 3 seasons compared to the first inning of the stickiest Well, he would be more sweaty. I don't know. This is one of those things. This is like a black eye for baseball. Like, if we're gonna continue with these rules, sure. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to show me something that was legit, like hard evidence. Do they take the glove? Do they inspect it? I want to know these things. And nowhere does it say if they take the glove. So the sticky stuff is gonna forever be a thing until MLB stops pressing on that. The pitcher's just trying to get an edge. So in other immaculate things that happened today, uh, Otani hit a first inning, what should have been a dinger, and it was robbed by Aaron Judge. Then Aaron Judge comes to the plate and hits a homer in the opposite half of that inning. Launches a 2-run shot. So he robbed Shohei Otani, and then he launched his own 2-run shot. But it wasn't in the direction of. I don't think Shohei Otani was playing the outfield. Again, this is something I saw after the fact. I just saw the replays. It'd been funny if they both robbed each other. Uh, Obviously, Shohei Otani and Judge have I don't necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily call it a rivalry, but they kind of fought for AL MVP um, year in and year out. Wait, did he rob a second one? Wait a second. Oh man, it gets more incredible. I didn't see this story. Jones bringing back Shohei Otani's homer on a bobble, then bobs one on his own. Okay, so he robs one, yep. And then test. Okay, it's still there. Okay, sorry. Looks like my audio fell off while I was talking. That's because something came up on my computer. Siri's trying to do her magic over here. So if it cut out, it was because of Siri. Okay. Ties drive up with the 6'7", keep the ball. And two. Judge secured the ball with his bare hand. Later in the game, Judge made another highlight reel play to end the eighth inning with a sprawling dive catch. No one needed his glove for that one. Is that official? I don't know. I'm confused here. This article doesn't word it well. But either way, history. These two are nothing like them. Soto's starting to break out of his slump as the Padres snap the Braves' winning streak. Ridge scooped the Royals for the best start since 2013. Turner slugs first homer as a part of a 3-hit day. So Turner has been struggling a little bit. Good stuff happening all the way around baseball. Let's take a look at the MLB news real quick. Pirates sweep the Rockies at Coors Field. Oh my gosh, let's look. I didn't look at the standings. They're still 12. They're 12-7. This Pirates story is unbelievable. Cubs are back in it. Surprisingly, the Cardinals are still hanging around above Cincy. So it's us, Cubs, Pirates, Cards, Cincy. Wow. I didn't have that on my 2023 bingo card this year. Did you? Oh, the power rankings. That's what I forgot to talk about. I forgot to talk about the power rankings. So we clicked on CBS's. So let's take a look. Brewers moved into third on CBS Sports Power Rankings. So it goes Rays, Braves, Brewers, Yankees, Blue Jays, Twins, Mets, Guardians, Padres, Astros for the top 10. And just outside that, Diamondbacks, then the Dodgers. I found that funny. The Orioles are at 13 and the Cubs are at 14. That's CBS. Let's see if we can find another one off the click. Talked about the additional rule changes. I heard other people talking about them today in podcast form, and I'm like, oh God, like I think one of the Brewers announcers, actually, maybe it was Levering, said that like, oh, what are we gonna have hour games? Like I want to sit and enjoy my baseball game a little bit. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they're actually gonna bring these things to the majors. I hope not. They're just testing them right now. Let's click it. Let's find out where we moved around in everyone else's power rankings. Because I forgot to talk about this week. Okay, so this one comes from The Athletic. Friends of The Athletic. I guess if I can get that under that page. How to pay a lot. Rays remain number one on Bleacher Report. 33.6. We don't low numbers because that's pretty high. All right, let's see how they got it lined up. I always like to start in the middle. That's just cool. All right, so Rays, Braves, Mets, Brewers. All right. We'll take Toronto. Yankees, Twins, Rangers, D-backs, Guardians, Baltimore, Cubs. All right. So fairly similar to the one we just looked at. We need any more? I think that's enough. I mean, knowing that we're like in the range of top five, I mean that's good enough for me. I'm taking it a day at a time, one day at a time this season. Not going reading too deep, just enjoying baseball for what it is and having fun along the ride, guys. So that being said, that's all I've got tonight. We talked a little bit of everything. We're gonna come back at you tomorrow with an episode. Be something a little different because there is no game, so it's an off day. So enjoy the off day. Maybe catch up on the back catalog of the Miller Park mini episode. See, I'm sorry, that's your ears. See the back catalog. Just check in, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Remember to like and subscribe, rate and review on your favorite podcast platform. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I think I just said that. But check out our content, Brewer Fanatic playlist, the Butcher podcasts, you name it. I don't know when the Butcher's going to be back. He is on an extended hiatus, maybe Darkness Retreat. Maybe he's in the mountains meditating. I don't know. We got to send out a search party. So if you've seen the Butcher, let me know. Just kidding. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll check you in the next episode. As always, go Brewers. Bucks and 6, baby. Bucks and 6. Looks like we're gonna pull out a win tonight. So, all right. Thanks. See ya.